Hello, welcome to the video. I'm going to be testing out Cyberpunk, the new DLC, Phantom Liberty. I'm going to check it out on my 4090 at 4K. So you can see here we've got it at 4K. I'm going to then check it out with the ray tracing overdrive preset. So we've got frame generation on, DLSS on quality. I'm going to check it out at first with ray reconstruction off, so it's technically just DLSS 3, and then I'll try it with it on in a little bit. And then all the settings, we've either got high or ultra on these settings here, and then we've got path tracing on as well down here. So let's check that out. Right, so having a little drive around here, looks like we're just above 60, with some dips down just under by the looks of it. At least with DLSS quality preset, I think we will have some dips under 60. But hovering for the most part between 60 and 70, I think. VRAM usage fairly high, 16 to 17 gig. It's pretty normal for 4K max settings. You'd have thought maybe it'd be slightly less than that because we are using DLSS. Which hopefully, so with actually native 4K, it would be even higher than that. Probably looking at closer to 19, probably. Even same as power too. Power's very high for DLSS on as well. At native 4K with path tracing here, we're probably looking at maybe 430 watts, I think. But we're hovering around the 400. But obviously plays fairly good with DLSS 3. It's completely unplayable really without it. In this with path tracing on at least at 4K. But from what I've seen so far in the game, this DLC at least, it definitely plays better than the before the 2.0 update. It's had a lot of improvements since then. I still do get quite a lot of stuttering in the game though. Here and there you'll probably see it in the frame time. Every now and then there's quite a big stutter like there, for example. Which I've had that for a long time in this game, and I've had it across a lot of cards and even AMD cards as well. AMD and nvidia cards both do it for me. What's going on over here? Who should I be shooting at? Whoa. I'm not sure who's on my side. Just gonna have to shoot at everyone. Right, so I'm now just gonna take a look at it with ray reconstruction on. So we're at DLSS 3.5 now. I'm still at 4K with everything maxed out still on path tracing. So we should see maybe an increase of about 5 to 10 FPS, depending on where you are. If it's a heavily ray traced area, you often see an improvement in frames. If the area is not so heavy with the ray tracing, you kind of notice less of a difference with it on and off. Noticed it's brought my VRAM down by about a gig by switching that on. I do wonder if we'll see it dip under 60 again in this area. It might just about hold above it with that on. So it does give us a boost of, like I say, about 5 to 10 FPS, I think, on average. But it's more an improvement in image quality, I would say. Don't notice it so much at DLSS quality. I don't know what's going on here. You notice it more, I would say, with DLSS performance and ultra performance. You definitely notice the ray reconstruction and the image. Definitely makes the image look a lot better at that preset. So definitely an improvement in my opinion. It's definitely useful to have. I'd be interested to see how it's running on 30 series cards, because obviously 30 series cards overall doesn't really have a good time with path tracing, and obviously you don't have frame generation, so you don't get that boost of FPS there. But I think the general idea is that you could run DLSS a lower preset, so like performance or ultra performance to give you an FPS boost, and then you could use ray reconstruction to make the image look better, so you could effectively run it at a lower DLSS preset but have the same image quality as, say, something like DLSS quality, which I guess is a benefit running on those cards. Definitely an improvement of what you could do before. But I'll show you with it at performance. So if I switch, we'll go to DLSS performance, I'll switch it off at first so we can see the image. So, doesn't look so bad here. Ultra performance is definitely going to probably be the one, but I'll try out on this first. So this is with it off. It's not too bad. Slightly not as sharp as I would say quality, but not actually that bad. If we switch it on, I did notice at ultra performance you could see the kind of AI look of the image in the distance. But by switching this on, it makes the image look slightly more sharp. I thought we'd see a bigger difference in performance, but I'll have to have a look at ultra performance because that's where I think I really saw the difference. It does work with this as well. The image does look slightly bit better. It's just not a huge difference. So let's have a. I'm gonna have a look with ultra performance now and see. So we'll put that on. We'll switch the ray reconstruction off. So yeah, the image, it just looks a lot softer, a little bit more blurry than it normally would otherwise, especially in the distance on things when it's kind of rendering stuff in. But overall, the image on DLSS, it's actually pretty impressive. Just by default, because of FSR ultra performance here, it really does look quite bad. But you can notice it a lot more in the distance, you see? The kind of quality, the way, the image in the distance, the kind of draw distance, looks noticeably a lot worse. And then if we bring ray reconstruction into it, so we'll switch that on here. So it just kind of makes it look in the distance, I would say is where you can see it the most. Just makes that image look a little bit sharper. So the kind of clarity of the image looks a lot better. But you can kind of make out, almost like it looks a bit like an AI. So down here, it almost looks like an AI generated image, like a piece of artwork. You see these AI generated artworks, you see this going in the distance, the way it looks. That's what it reminds me of, which is kind of crazy. But it's like an AI generated piece of art. You really can see it here. Around all the cars and the road. You can really see it here. But it looks cool. I think it could maybe do some improvement, which I imagine over time it will improve quite a bit. But it's definitely an improvement, I think, on the kind of previous image ultra performance. It does look better. It's just slightly different to get used to. Okay, so in this area, if I'm going to put it on ultra performance again. We'll try out with this on and off so you can just see the difference. So I would say the image, it's definitely more of the kind of draw distance on the image, like the clarity and sharpness of the image in front of you is definitely a lot worse when you're running with ultra performance like this. I don't know what's just... Someone just landed. We're obviously getting quite high frames though, 130 FPS here. But yeah, this is with the ray reconstruction off, so if we then switch that on, see that image just get a little bit sharper. But you can really see the AI imagery in the distance here. It really does look like that AI art piece. But it's improved our frames here too, but I would say maybe slightly less. Looks maybe about 5 FPS, I would say. But yeah, you can really see it here. Oh dear, whoops.
Got a troublemaker here.
Got a bit of a car chase.
Target's gone dark. Keep your eyes peeled. This ain't over.
He's fucking crazy.
Oh. But you got all the police chases and stuff now in this, which is cool. Adds a different element to the game. I'm not sure how we get up there. Oh, wow. I'm not quite sure what this is up here.
For fuck's sake!
That's going to be it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to drop a like on the video, leave me a comment, and I'll catch you next time.